Good morning. Welcome to Daily Focus. I'm sorry it sounds like yesterday's focus did not have sound, and I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm going to actually incorporate some of yesterday's into today so that I can bring you up to speed in Psalm chapter 20. But this is my last day of vacation, and I'll be flying out early in the morning back to Michigan, and in time to do a funeral service and to get back into the routine. Looking forward to seeing all of our church people on Sunday. Psalm chapter 20, the Bible says, "The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary and strengthen thee out of Zion. Remember all thy offerings and accept thy burnt sacrifice, Selah. Grant thee according to thine own heart and fulfill all thy counsel." I've entitled this one, "Not My Will, but Thine." Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane as he was asking the Father, "Is there any other way? Please let this cup pass from me. If there's another way for sin to be paid for, if there's another way for us to be able to solve what is necessary in order that man could be reconciled back to God forever, for eternity, then let's do it that way. Let's not go the way of the cross." And then he said, "Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done." And David is basically taking the exact same approach here with his enemies as he beseeches the God of Jacob, which is really a teaching about the names of God, the power and the prominence of God in human relationships, in human affairs, that God is sovereign, that he's involved, that he's present, and that his power can be put on display. And so David is saying that, "Hear me in the day of trouble." In other words, I am faced with some real enemies. I'm faced with some real difficulties, and my desire is that the God of heaven would deliver me. And then verse number 2 is very interesting when he says, "Send thee help from the sanctuary." And sometimes we think of the church, but this is really referencing to heaven. In other words, David said, "Would you please send me help from heaven? Would you please deliver me from the power of what is present in heaven? Would you send power from heaven to rescue me?" And I think sometimes we as Christians, we forget that the real power for the Christian life is not in our own abilities. It's not in being an American. It's not in freedom. It's not in the things that we oftentimes tout, like our education or our experience. It's not our lot in life. The time when we're in most trouble, the place where we ought to seek help is from heaven. And God, would you send power from heaven? Would you send angels from heaven to deliver me?